Welcome to the Fighting Character Channel. I'm Shin. Naoya Inoue versus Alan Picasso is official. I can't wait. I'm genuinely excited. No joke, because Naoya Inoue and Hayato Nakaya are going to be in the same event.
They're definitely going to face off if they win, right?
If they both win, definitely. I mean, isn't that alone super interesting?
Yeah, it's interesting.
If both of them are in the same tournament, plus Tarachi Kenshiro moves up a weight class and challenges for the super flyweight title, that's super interesting. But Martinez and Bam will probably have a 3-title unification match in November. So the last belt, well, I'm really rooting for Tarachi Kenshiro. If he wins, then a match against Bam or Martinez could happen if they win too.
Then it would become a 4-title unification.
It would be an undisputed title match, which makes this event interesting. But since everyone knows the result of Naoya Inoue versus Alan Picasso, it's a bit predictable. Hayato Nakaya's opponent is strong too, so I want to discuss that with Naoto today.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, did you see that poster?
Yes, I saw it.
What do you think about that kind of style?
I thought it was kind of fresh and nice.
I noticed when I zoomed in, they're all kind of like samurai, right?
Oh, they're Japanese, right?
Yeah, that's why.
That's why they're wearing armor.
The Night of the Samurai tournament has a Japan versus the world theme and is organized by Arash, which is interesting. But I'm grateful that they're featuring Japan like this.
That's right.
Night of the Samurai.
It's a name that foreigners would probably like, right? Samurai.
Yeah, it's impressive promotion-wise.
Foreigners are drawn to samurai and ninja.
I'm not a fan of this poster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just not really my taste.
I'm not really into that kind of art stuff.
I don't like this one either.
But, you know, it kind of looks like that, right? Like traditional Japanese art, you know, that kind of brushstroke style, like the ones with tigers and stuff.
Ah, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like that.
Ah, so you're doing it with that kind of image in mind. I think so. I get it, but I was also confused about this, especially the teaser video for the ring, right? Like Tyson Fury versus Ngannou and stuff. Ah, yeah. Like Beterbiev versus Tyson or Bivol and stuff. Yeah. Tyson Fury versus Usyk and so on. Yeah, they were making some really amazing stuff, like movie level quality.
It's like movie level quality, right?
I want them to make something like that for this event. Japanese athletes seem like samurais, and the foreigners are a shiku. Please create something like that. It must be difficult, right? After all, Japanese athletes have to come all the way to Japan to compete.
No, but they have that much money, right?
I really want that event to happen, and Naoya Inoue versus Nakaya will definitely take place, right?
Naoya Inoue versus Nakaya could happen, right? Since it's the main event, do you think it will? Maybe like Inoue and Picasso.
So just one person isn't enough. To make the event exciting, the Japan team could wear samurai armor and carry swords, while the world team features warriors from around the globe. That could be really interesting, right? But the hype video for Junhito Nakaya versus Naoya Inoue would be Monster versus Mantis, right?
Well, it's the Big Bang, though.
Let's go with Big Bang.
It's the Big Bang, though.
Monster fights a big mantis-like creature. It slashes, which I thought was cool. I was actually the first to mention the mantis, so it's getting popular now.
Oh, is that so? Well, yeah, I guess you'd think that. It's long and, you know, if I talk about the shape of its face, it's kind of, but, you know, it's kind of triangular, right? Like,
Oh, I see.
if I say it's like a praying mantis, I know it's not really good to compare people to insects, but I do think there are some similarities, so it kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. More mantis than Big Bang. I like it.
But when you look at the content of that match, I think Big Bang really fits. It happened suddenly. Boom. He got a knockout just like that.
I see. I think that's kind of like Mantis. It's kind of like a mantis. You know, it doesn't move.
Slowly.
It moves slowly, but when it does, it's extremely fast and quickly catches its prey. It's like you're already dead. That's the feeling, and Mantis.
Well, I think both are really good.
But well, for now. Naoya Inoue versus Hayato Nakaya. Well, everyone is expecting it to be announced here. But first, Naoya Inoue has to beat Picasso.
That's right. Mr. Farizu said he has a bad feeling about it.
Well, he's probably rooting for Picasso. That person, Picasso, well, because he beat Kamada Kunosuke by majority decision. Well, one of the judges called it a draw, and the other two gave it to Picasso. I kind of feel like, do we really have to do this? That's how I feel. It might sound greedy, but even though it's impossible, if Nishida fought Naoya Inoue in his debut match, that would definitely be interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
In his super bantamweight debut,
Well, I guess having Picasso ranked #1 is kind of a way to show that boxing is being done properly, to appeal to that.
before facing Hayato Nakatani, he must fight someone else, but since there's no one available, they just matched him up. Pika is really popular, right?
Oh, is that so?
He's a doctor with many followers. We already discussed this with BNBB, right?
I remember that he's a doctor.
He has about 360,000 Instagram followers, which is impressive for a boxer.
Then that makes sense. I can understand that.
It's probably because he's popular. That's the reason they matched him up. And he's probably good looking too. He's got the same nickname as Canelo, Cinnamon, Ginger.
Oh, really? I see.
It means red hair, I think. But he kind of gives off that vibe.
It's impressive he's both a doctor and a boxer.
That's amazing. At first, he stopped himself.
Right, that's true.
And after Karudansu knocked Naoya Inoue down, he thought, yeah, I can do this. Watching the Akhmadalia fight, I wondered, would there be another self-doctor stoppage?
This story is just in my imagination, but it's an interesting storyline, isn't it?
But if there's a doctor stoppage, Sam Goodman would come in, right? Even though he lost to Ball. Well, it's probably not going to happen. Picasso will probably do this match properly, though.
You don't want to miss it, right? It's a big payday.
But to outbox Akhmadaliev like that, what kind of fight will Naoya Inoue show? That's worth watching, but he'll likely get his usual knockout.
Well, that's true, right? Yeah.
He doesn't have any real punch, and he's not a dangerous opponent, so Inoue will just go for the knockout as usual. Compared to Cardenas' punching power, Picasso is definitely a bit weaker, but even Cardenas wasn't really known as a hard puncher before he fought Naoya Inoue. It's not just that he wasn't known for it, he just didn't look like that at all. He really didn't seem like it.
So did he suddenly get stronger or something?
That's why everyone was so surprised. They were like, was Cardenas always this strong? Maybe it's the same with Picasso too. Maybe when people fight Naoya Inoue, everyone shows their best and levels up a bit. Can Picasso do that too?
We'll definitely see the best Picasso.
Naoya Inoue, right? The question is how he'll beat that. We're back to this, huh? When will Naoya Inoue get the knockout? We're back to a match where that's the main highlight. We're back to this. Another match where the main highlight is waiting for Naoya Inoue to score a knockout.
What if he switches to Mayweather mode now and only does what's necessary in his fighting style?
That might be interesting in its own way, but still, since it's before fighting Junhito Nakatani, I don't think he'll do that kind of thing. He'll probably try to hype it up properly. That's why I think he'll knock out Picasso and do it in a flashy way. Yeah, personally, I want to see that kind of match. What do you think? Do you think Naoya Inoue will just knock him out with a bang? What do you think?
Well, I do want to see a knockout. Naoya Inoue's, of course. You think of KOs with him. I do want Picasso to challenge him too, honestly. I want him to come and win, So far, it's only Paul Butler, but I don't want him to do it.
I don't think it would be strange if he did.
But even though it seems like it wouldn't be strange if he did, I still feel like I don't want him to do it.
Yeah, right? He's tall and has a long reach. He's that type. So he's not like those fighters with really strong inside game like Neri, Cardenas, or Tapeles. He doesn't fight like those fighters. He's aggressive and throws many punches, but against Naoya Inoue, it likely won't go that way. So it'll probably be more like Doheny, right?
Yeah, right.
It's not a weird style, but it's kind of like that. It's like he's trying to do it in a smart way, not like going all out like Neri or Cardenas. It's more like Akhmadaliev, though the style is totally different. I don't think he's going to aggressively go for a Naoya Inoue style knockout.
Yes.
So even if it drags on a bit, it wouldn't be strange, but I don't think it'll be an interesting match.
Well, I do hope it turns out to be an interesting match.
It's fine to have those expectations, but right now I'm more interested in the Nakaya versus Sebastian Hernandez Reyes match. I think that'll be the most interesting, or at least close to it. The opponent is strong too, and remember, he fought Neri.
Yeah. Before the Inoue fight, that's right, isn't it?
He won by decision. He's Mexican, so you know how their work rate is. Should I say that? He doesn't have much speed, though. He goes bam, 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 mixing shots to the head and body well. He keeps his guard up, pushes forward, and relies on work rate over speed. His punches are heavy, and he mixes up his shots effectively. Seriously, he's tough with that Mexican style, and I think his record was really good, too.
I hear his knockout rate is great, but I haven't seen it myself. I've been busy editing the Naoya Inoue versus Akhmadaliev analysis video.
20 wins, 18 KOs, undefeated.
So that's a 90% knockout rate, right?
I'm not sure, but that's 90%.
Isn't that the same knockout rate as Naoya Inoue?
That's right. Still, the opponents I faced aren't really comparable.
You don't need to say that. It's like Naoya Inoue facing Hayato Nakaya with the same knockout rate.
Ah, I see. He's got some punch.
He's got punch but lacks speed.
When it comes to speed compared to Nakaya, he's definitely a bit slower. He's 175 centimeter tall but has a 165 centimeter reach, making his height 10 centimeters more than his reach, which gives him a bit of a T-Rex look. It's like a reverse T-Rex effect. Here, you might say, life screw them in English.
I guess I just don't have good genes.
It's really true. Having a reach that's 10 centimeters shorter than your height is the worst, especially in boxing.
That's likely why I adopted a high-volume punching style.
Ah, well, maybe that's possible, I guess. But honestly, I don't think he's a match for Junjin Nakatani. He's strong, but I feel like he's not quite at Junjin Nakatani's level. But surprisingly, his right body shot is really good, and even against orthodox fighters, he's really skilled at landing that right uppercut. That's why I think he can definitely handle southpaws too. He's tough, and I don't think he's ever been knocked down either. But still, he has to get close to Junjin Nakatani. I think that's a bit difficult.
You know, before Junjin Nakatani fought Nishida, there was that really handsome Mexican fighter, right? He managed to get inside quite a bit.
The one who got knocked out?
Yeah, it'll probably be something like that.
That guy is more explosive and quick, while this person moves forward slowly and lacks speed. He can't punch while moving, but once he stops, he pushes his opponent to the ropes and throws rapid combinations. That's his style. His pressure is strong, but I don't think he can push back against Junjin Nakatani up close. He can't get past the jab, and I expect Junjin Nakatani to dominate.
But Junjin Nakatani is moving up a weight class, right? Does that matter? Well, in my opinion, someone with a big frame like Junjin Nakatani, when moving up from bantamweight to super bantamweight, will definitely get stronger. Definitely. So I don't think he'll get weaker, but his opponents will also be bigger and their ability to absorb punches will increase. So the question is whether that will cause any problems or not.
Well, in an interview, he said that after moving up to super bantamweight, he put on weight smartly and actually got faster. So I think for Junjin Nakatani, it probably won't be a problem at all. He'll just get stronger. So I'm really interested to see how much stronger Junjin Nakatani will become after moving up a weight class. On the contrary, it's not like his power won't work at all, and it's not like his opponents will be way too big either. If anything, he'll just get stronger. So I think we'll see in this fight with Sebastian how that will actually look. But I think he'll win one-sidedly. The opponent is strong too, but I think Junjin Nakatani will get a knockout within 6 rounds. He's tough and durable, and he's good at guarding, plus he fights smart, so I think he'll wear his opponent down and get the knockout.
If he becomes insanely strong, then people will start talking again about a match with Naoya Inoue.
Well, I don't mean to say it in a bad way, but I hope he shows a performance that makes people think he could actually beat Naoya Inoue, something that gets everyone excited. But no matter how much he overwhelms Sebastian, I don't think it'll make people believe he can beat Naoya Inoue.
Oh, really?
What do you think? What would he need to prove he could beat Naoya Inoue?
Well, even if he moves up a weight class, if people start saying, oh, this Junto Nakatani is much stronger than the one we've seen before.
But strength is something you compare with someone else, right? Yes. But as for how strong Sebastian is, there's probably not much to connect him with Naoya Inoue.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's kind of the point. No matter how much Sebastian dominates one-sidedly, I don't think people will be convinced that he could beat Naoya Inoue. I'm asking what kind of performance would make people think he might be able to beat Naoya Inoue.
So move up in weight class.
But how can you tell if he actually got stronger?
For example, Junjin Nakatani knocks out his opponents, right? But when you move up in weight, your punching power often isn't as effective, your opponents are bigger, or your performance may drop. But if all that's reversed, wouldn't he actually be stronger in this weight class?
Everyone already thinks he'll become even stronger at super bantamweight.
But I think it's different when you see it. For example, Naoya Inoue's first super bantamweight fight was against Fulton, right? There were many questions. What if he fought a bigger guy? Would his punching power still be effective? But in the ring, didn't he look bigger than Fulton to you?
But first of all, Jun Nakatani doesn't have that kind of size difference. The reason why everyone thought Naoya Inoue was amazing when he moved up a weight class was because it was Fulton. Because he beat Fulton, you can say Naoya Inoue's strength went up even more. For example, if Naoya Inoue faced the top-ranked fighter, anything could happen. Maybe it would just feel like he got stronger, right? So even if he does well against Sebastian, it doesn't matter much. If he fought Akhmadaliev, people would understand. If he fought Cardenas, people could amend. But Sebastian doesn't count.
I see.
Yeah, there's nothing to compare it to, so I don't think there's really anything, right? For example, Hayato Nakatani getting a one-punch knockout doesn't really happen now, right? Usually he knocks them down with a solid shot, they get up, and then he finishes them off. Knocking Hernandez out cold with a single punch. You could say that's proof his power has increased, but still he can't beat Naoya Inoue. That's the only thing I can think of. He knocked Sebastian out with a single punch, not a combo. So you could say he can win with just one punch.
For example, let's say another scenario, Nakaya's jab. If with that jab, like boom boom, his nose gets broken and he's like, whoa, and can't do anything at all. If the power of that jab was, say, about 2.5 times stronger, then you'd think, oh, this could be a problem, right?
But Sebastian?
If he does that to Sebastian, even though you can't compare him to Naoya Inoue, if he lands a jab, deals damage, and Sebastian can't get in, he'll get a technical knockout.
Huh?
You'd wonder how Naoya Inoue would handle that jab, right?
That might be possible, right? But even if he lands it on Sebastian, well, he did end up landing it on Sebastian.
Yeah, right. You can already tell he's gonna land it, right? Nakaya is an amazing athlete, but I'm just curious how much more powerful he's become by moving up a weight class. I'm curious how much stronger he's become.
Since he's up against Sebastian, unless he does something impressive, most people will just say, it's Sebastian, and that'll be it. But if it were Cardanes, there'd be a comparison.
That's true. It's easier to understand.
But I watched the match with Nishida again, and Naoya Nakatani is really strong after all. When someone comes at you that aggressively, watching this match makes me want to think about it again. I wonder how Naoya Nakatani would do against Naoya Inoue. If he's that aggressive, even Inoue might be surprised and struggle.
He would definitely have trouble, right?
When a big, tall guy comes at you and isn't even afraid of Naoya Inoue, by the way, what are you drinking?
This, I just made it. It's creatine. You know, I put out that analysis video of Akhmadaliev and Naoya Inoue, right? On FT.
I don't think Naoya Inoue will get hit by Nakaya as much as Nishida did. Yeah.
So you're saying if those were Naoya Inoue's punches, Nishida wouldn't fare as well?
No. What I mean is that Junto Nakatani landed good punches on Nishida. Yes. But I don't think Naoya Inoue would take as many punches from Nakatani as Nishida did.
Oh.
Nishida is really tough when it comes to taking punches. Yes, Inoue rarely gets hit, but I don't think he's very tough when he does. Akhmadaliev's 12th round punch really affected him.
That statement could be controversial.
That definitely hurt him. It wasn't just a glancing blow. He's claiming he just lost his balance. But that punch definitely connected. It wasn't a clean hit, but it landed. Naoya Inoue was clearly shaken. The punch wasn't extremely powerful, but it definitely stunned him briefly. Neri was also knocked down by Cardanes, so it's clear he doesn't have an iron chin.
Yeah.
That shot from Akhmadaliev landed in the 12th round, right?
That one in the 12th round?
That one.
That last punch, it landed.
It landed, right?
Well, it did graze him, yeah.
Yeah, it just grazed him.
I wasn't sure if I should say it grazed him or was a hit. It grazed him, but after rewatching, it didn't look like a clean hit.
Yeah, it grazed him, but maybe it was Naoya Inoue's snot or spit that flew out, right? So it definitely hit him. The glove hit his shoulder and the spit just flew out.
That's not really possible, right?
It's possible that some Vaseline or something flew off, but I don't really think that's the case. Yeah, it really looked like he got hit.
You see that sometimes, right? When some liquid just flies off. That's probably snot, isn't it?
It's either snot or spit. Yeah, I guess. But if you put a ton of Vaseline on, that could fly off too.
Well, but it didn't look like that, did it? Inoue.
Yeah. So if you say it hit, then it did hit. But what I want to say is I don't think Nakatani Junta can take punches like Nishida can, and I find that surprisingly interesting.
About Nishida, like I said earlier, if he comes in like that, it would be a problem if someone got in on you that much. Given what we know now, I doubt Naoya Inoue would let him get in like that based on what he showed against Akhmadaliev. He just has too much skill to let someone get in on him.
He just won't let them reach him, you know? If we're talking about letting someone in, when it comes to Jun Nakatani has the longer reach.
Well, that's why it makes for an interesting match.
Right. But Jun Nakatani can't handle Naoya Inoue's punches. He took some in the Nishida fight too, getting hit with counter body shots. He can't take those either. So, do you have anything to say about that?
Nakatani and Naoya Inoue, this?
Basically, everything we've discussed so far.
Well, I'm just thinking about it now, but is there a possibility that the match between Jun Nakatani and Naoya Inoue could turn out to be a boring fight?
No, there isn't.
Both of them just keep waiting.
No, Nakatani Junjin doesn't fight like that. Yeah, that's what makes it interesting. He's not afraid of Inoue Naoya. Watching the Akhmadaliev fight makes me even more excited.
He looks determined to knock him out. Really? Yeah, it's amazing. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, so. Junhito Nakatani, surprisingly. I think a lot of boxers and experts are secretly rooting for Junhito Nakatani.
Oh, why is that?
Because you just can't dislike him, right? Junhito Nakatani is trying to challenge someone everyone thinks is unbeatable. I think a lot of boxers are secretly rooting for Junhito Nakatani in their hearts.
I see.
There are quite a few, aren't there? Many boxers have openly said they want Junhito Nakatani to win.
Yeah, I suppose I want him to win somewhat.
Right? You've heard that a lot, haven't you?
That's why that story is really fascinating. You know, he went to America, started from scratch, beat everyone, and on top of that, he's undefeated.
For most people, that level of invincibility is impressive. People root for the strongest guy. You support him because he's strong, which is like being a bandwagon fan, but you still feel, this is my fighter. People often support Naoya Inoue, but boxers know how tough boxing is. When someone like Junjin Nakaya rises from the bottom, you respect him and want him to do well. In the end, you cheer for him. At least that's how I think boxers feel.
He really feels like someone who made it here purely on his own ability.
Well, that's true for Naoya Inoue too.
But Inoue is so marketable, he's easy to sell. If Naoya Inoue says, I'm here, everyone wants to buy. Is that what you call talent?
I think it was really tough to reach that point.
Of course. I'm not saying it was easy.
He climbed to the top with overwhelming strength. Naoya Inoue did too.
That's true.
But the reason Naoya Inoue is here and Junto Nakatani is in this position is because he's the one chasing. If Naoya Inoue wasn't here and Junto Nakatani climbed up like this, if the order was reversed, I don't know how it would be. I don't know how things will turn out or what the world will be like. But for now, Junto Nakatani is the underdog. As he rises, he's aiming for Naoya Inoue's position, this underdog.
Well, it's a Rocky story.
I believe many people secretly root for Junto Nakatani. He's just impossible to dislike, isn't he?
Yeah, you just can't dislike him.
Naoya Inoue is my favorite, but I also root for Junto Nakatani. It's just like that.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I'm really looking forward to it. Personally, I'm really excited for these matches. Well, actually, I'm looking forward to all three of them. Tarachi versus Willibaldo Garcia Perez. It's an International Boxing Federation Super Flyweight title match. Now, about this Garcia, he's lost 6 times, you know. However, most of those losses were in the early part of his career.
I see.
The other is Alexander Santiago, who was knocked out by Junto Nakatani.
Yes.
He lost by majority decision. One judge scored it a draw, but he lost by decision in Santiago. He also lost by decision to Paul Butler, our favorite. That's right. He was knocked down by a simultaneous left hook with Butler, then got back up, and Butler was like, ugh.
Oh, he did that, huh?
Sometimes he fights back, using great footwork and keeping his guard up. But Butler really excels at that. He'll also throw flashy combos, like pa-pa-pa.
So that was his skill, after all.
But I don't think this Garcia has ever become a champion. He challenged for the title maybe twice. Yeah, but he's not a top boxer, though. Still, he's really wild and aggressive. He kind of switches his stance while throwing big swings.
Yeah.
He's not technical. It's not like he has a ton of power either, but he's really tough.
Then his fighting spirit is a perfect score.
If you see it as clumsy persistence, I know that sounds harsh, but that's what it is.
I can imagine his fighting style.
He just throws punches for now, and they're not exactly accurate. But if you guard, it's just bam, 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 and he just keeps swinging. So, well, I think he puts on interesting matches. But he fought Santiago and Butler at bantamweight. This is super flyweight, though, so they're even bigger. Taraji had only about 2 fights at flyweight, right? Now he's moving up to super flyweight. Even at flyweight, he had 1 win and 1 loss, but neither fight was a strong performance. Well, technically, Taraji is overwhelmingly better, but the size difference and the fact that Taraji hasn't had much momentum lately are a bit concerning, right? I'm definitely rooting for Taraji.
Yeah.
Because I love psychopath killers.
But, right? I ate fried chicken for recovery, so I wasn't feeling well. That totally makes sense, seriously.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Huh? Normally, fried chicken isn't good, right?
There's no way it would lead to such a bad performance, right? No.
Fighters, especially boxers, seem very particular about their recovery, or at least that's my impression.
Some guys don't care about that and just keep busy all the time. Well, just eating some fried chicken isn't going to throw off a veteran like that.
I see.
There's no doubt he's past his peak. But if he becomes champion here and takes the belt for now, then he'll face the winner of Bam Rodriguez and Martinez.
That's right.
Well, no matter who wins, whether it's Martinez or Bam, I think he'll lose to either of them. But you never know. For example, if he beats Please in a completely dominant, strongest psycho killer mode.
Would you then admit he was Courage?
Courage? No, I won't admit it. There's nothing to admit.
I was more careful with my recovery this time and chose this instead of Courage.
If you say something like that, it just sounds like the kind of excuse Keisha Merrill would make. No, I ate Courage during recovery, so I wasn't feeling great.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
That's pretty stupid. Bam Rodriguez versus Martinez, November 22nd. I'm actually pretty...
Me, Bam, and that...
Martinez.
I'm really looking forward to Martinez.
That was interesting. But Bam's last fight against Calf was on another level. I've said for a while he'll be top 1, 2, or 3 pound for pound in the future, no doubt. He doesn't have the kind of in-and-out speed that Naoya Inoue has. Even when he's right in front of you, he dodges everything, so he goes right up to you. That's why he tries to keep that sense of distance, like right here, forever.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Check it out. I'm leveling up every time. I even changed the speed of my punches.
There's also accuracy in my punches, right?
They're accurate and heavy, pinpoint precise, and my footwork is on another level.
I really love Bam's footwork.
So much.
It really feels like he's dancing, that smooth, beautiful footwork, right?
It's so subtle that most people don't realize how amazing it is, but we do because we're close to it. Naoya Inoue also goes like, blah, 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 blah,
Oh, that's true.
And Lomachenko was also a bit more flashy, right?
Yeah, he was flashy.
He was flashy, while Lomachenko might be a bit better on defense than Bam, but I think Bam is more aggressive. So that kind of blend, if you call it the new generation blend, it kind of feels like an upgraded version of Lomachenko in the end. That's how I think he'll be known. He's amazing. So, in my opinion, Martinez is also insanely strong.
Martinez and Bam are really, really interesting. Seriously.
Yeah, that one. I'm interested and looking forward to it, but Martinez, how is Bam going to stop that physicality?
Can Bam really just go toot? If so, that would be amazing, right?
Yeah, but Bam Rodriguez has punching power too. Martinez can't just ignore that like Yoka did, because Bam has real power, so Martinez definitely needs to be careful about that. Well, it's the same for both of them, but it's not just Martinez. Bam's pressure is really strong too. Yeah, everyone should watch Bam's fight with Quadras. As soon as the bell rings, he pushes his opponent to the ropes. Up close, you really feel his pressure. When his opponent tries to counter, Bam dodges, slips away, lands counters, and suddenly attacks from the side with a big shot.
Right? That uppercut from the side is amazing.
And he's a southpaw, right? Basically, he's a southpaw, right? Yeah.
But you start to wonder which hand he actually uses.
He'd just step inside normally, shift, and throw counters, like uppercuts and stuff, and knock them out.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. So it's not quite like Davis, but it's kind of like a mini Davis Lomachenko.
Yeah. He's the complete package. But his one flaw is defense. He's been knocked down before, right?
Well, if you attack that aggressively, yeah. I think he's been knocked down once. Just once, I think. Yeah. But he attacks aggressively, so that's bound to happen. That's just how it is. But Martinez, miniature tanks are a pain to stop,
How are we supposed to break through those?
Well, for now, I do want Bam to win. But for now, honestly, whether Martinez or Bam wins, I doubt either can match Taraji still. If they get the belt, we'll see that fight.
That's right.
That's why I think the super flyweight division is going to get interesting, too. I'm really looking forward to this whole event. So I'd like to hear your opinions, so please leave them in the comments. Thank you. Also, get it from the Vitas description below.